Well, hi there, Chad Weber here, and I only have one quick question for you. Are you ready for your new website? As you can see, you're just a mere couple of minutes away from getting your website's request processed and owning the very same website that we're looking at on the screen right now. I'm just going to point out a couple of the really cool features here that you're going to have access to. First of all, as you can see, we already have your main navigation formatted with an About Us page, home page, services page, contact page, fully functional blogging segment. Your lead capture form is already set up to capture leads that are based around home purchase, refinances, debt consolidation, and cash out loans, loan amount, values of homes. You have clickable navigation call to action buttons, a pre-formatted featured blog segment here that will automatically display your 3 most recent blog posts. We've set aside calls to action with phone numbers and links to Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn social media accounts. In essence, you have a fully featured website here ready to rock and roll. Everything's already formatted. All you have to do is come in and replace. As you can see, there's just dummy text here. Just add your actual text and your site is good to go. Very quick, very easy to use, and very, very powerful for capturing leads. So there's just a couple of quick things that I'm going to walk you through here. So let's go over to our slides. So we're going to transition to our slides here. There's 3 final steps that you need to take in order to get this processed. If I sound a little bit like a broken record, it's because we have given away thousands of free websites over the years, guys, since 2009 when we first started giving away free websites. And about 40 to 50% of those individuals do not follow instructions. So when we get complaint emails saying, hey, I didn't get my website installed, etc., 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 9 times out of 10, it's because they didn't follow the instructions. So please watch this entire video and complete these 3 steps immediately. The best way to do this, guys, is to pause the video and complete each step as I describe it to you to make sure you get it done and get it done now, because also keep in mind that we have very limited space for the done for you installation. Since we're doing this for free, as you might imagine, some days we have as many as 30 to 40 requests in a single day. And when we get so many requests, sometimes we have to put you off for several weeks in order to get caught up. So it's first come, first served. Whoever completes those tasks first are those who are going to get their website installed first. Okay, so let's talk about these 3 steps. First things first is you need to pick out your web address. Now, if you scroll down on your page, you're going to see 3 red arrows pointing down at a link. I want you to click on that link, because at that link, guys, when you purchase your web hosting, because you got to have web hosting in order for us to install your website too, they're giving away free domain names as well. So instead of having to pay an extra 15 to 20 bucks for your web address, use the link that I give you below and you'll get your web address free. Now here's some quick pointers on selecting your web address. Your web address, domain name, URL, all 3 of those terms refer to the same thing. A URL is the same thing as a domain, is the same thing as a web address. Your web address needs to be .com, okay? That's rule number 1. No matter how tempted you are to register a .net instead or something else, stick with .com. I could explain it to you over the next 15 to 20 minutes, but I'm sure you guys don't care about the technical reasons why you want a .com. Just understand that you do. Stick with .com. Number 2, stay away from vanity domain names. A vanity domain name is, let's say, for example, chadweber.com. Okay, does that tell you anything about what I do? That I do mortgage loans, etc.? No. If it's not descriptive, you don't want it as a domain name. Okay, now, Best Chicago Home Loans or Best Home Loans in Chicago.com or something like that. Great Chicago Home Loans, Great Chicago Loan Guy, Your Chicago Loan Guy, My Chicago Loan Guy, or gal instead of guy. It's up to you. Make it descriptive, make it obvious that you do home loans. Okay, no vanity domains. And finally, keep it shorter. I've chatted with individuals who registered 40 to 50 character domain names. It took 4 or 5 seconds just to tell you what their domain name was. Way too long. I understand some of you may have moderately long domain names just out of necessity, but if possible, keep it shorter. All right, so number 1, write down 3 options. 3 options. Do it right now. Pause and write down on a piece of paper or type on your screen 3 possible web addresses that you would like. If all 3 are taken and not available, you can put dashes in there. So, for example, loanofficermarketinglab.com is my main website. If that were unavailable, I might do loanofficer-marketing-lab or loanofficermarketing-lab.com. Dashes are perfectly fine. Okay. Step number 2, your web hosting. I'm going to show you guys how to purchase your web hosting. Give me just one moment here. As you can see on your website, on the page that you're on now, if you scroll down, you're going to see 3 arrows and a clickable link. I want you to click that clickable link, okay? And it's going to bring you to a site just like this. I used to recommend HostGator.com for web hosting back in the day, guys, but I switched to SiteGround for 2 reasons. Number one, it's even cheaper, plus you get a free domain name. So not only are you paying less, you're only paying $3.95 a month for your website hosting, whereas HostGator you're paying $9.95. So you're cutting your costs in half, and I know $10 a month isn't much to begin with, but hey, why pay more if you don't have to? But you're also getting a free web address, and on top of that, has proven to be somewhere around 20 to 30% quicker in loading WordPress-based websites than HostGator. So what that means, if you may think, well, big deal, but I'll give you guys just a quick example from my own personal experience, is my website was taking about 3 seconds to open. And you may think 3 seconds is not a big deal, but when a lot of people are opening your website from mobile websites, that 3 seconds may turn into 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. And what I found was almost 35% of my web visitors were leaving my website before it even loaded because it was taking too long, and that frustrates them, and we don't have patience anymore these days, right? So just knocking off a 1.5 seconds off of my load time, that abandonment rate was more than cut in half. Cut in half. So that's twice as many people visiting my website because it loads 1.5 seconds quicker. Plus, it's good for SEO. Google makes a big deal out of how quickly your website loads. So when it comes to WordPress websites, SiteGround's going to load 20 to 25% faster. It's cheaper. You get a free web address thrown in there. Can't beat it, folks. So you're going to come to this website here. Make sure you click on my link so that you get the 60% off plus the free domain name. Click on that link. Scroll down and click on it now. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to come to this page here where it says, please enter your domain. If you already have a domain name, then you're going to click this bottom button here and type it out. If you haven't purchased your domain name yet, remember, you're getting it for free. So even if you already have a web address, maybe you want a second web address. You're going to go ahead and type that in here now. New website address here. Okay, so I'm just making one up. And as you can see here, this web address you're getting completely free. Click proceed. 60% off, free web address. Can't beat it. And I want you to fill all of this out here. Answer all these questions, okay, name, address, whatnot. So you're placing your order here. But scroll down, and here's something kind of tricky. Here's something that's kind of sneaky that I want to point out to you guys. See right here where it says you're going to pay $101? No, you're not really going to pay $101. Instead, I want you to come down here and see where it says domain services. You're going to see that there's extra services that you really don't need. I want you to unclick them. And each one that you unclick, you're going to see that price goes down. Okay? See, now we're down to $59, and boom. Now we're down to $47. That's for a whole year of web hosting. Plus, if you clicked on my link, the $25 setup fee was waived, so you have no setup fee. You get your free domain name for a whole year, and you get 1 year of web hosting for $47. So there's no monthly payments after this. All right, so you get your website hosted for a whole year plus your domain name, no setup, for $47. Can't beat it, guys. Go do this now. For those of you saying, well, hey, why do I have to pay for web hosting? There's such a thing as free web hosting. Well, not really. Those free, there's 2 or 3 websites out there that promise you free web hosting, but what they don't tell you on that front page, or they tell you in super fine print, they're going to plaster their ads all over your website. And their ads tend to be ads to your competitors because they tend to be Google AdSense ads, right? So they're going to be keyword focused. So you're going to lose almost half of your traffic. Guys, stay away from free web hosting. It's not professional. It's not worth it. And quite frankly, it's kind of a scary proposition that a huge percentage of free web hosts have gone out of business and people have lost their entire websites because they trusted it to free services. It's not professional. We want to get paid like professionals, and let's act like professionals and step up and purchase our own web hosting. I cannot install your website for you if you don't give me access to your web hosting as well as your domain name. Another reason why I need you to use the same web hosting as me is because we have automated scripts that are specifically set up for this web host. Okay, so it's not going to work. If you send me logins to something other than this, guys, we cannot install it for you. You need to follow these instructions, okay? Setting up a website plus breaking out all of your individual page formatting and all of this good stuff that we're doing for you can take up to an hour of our time if we don't use some of our automated tools to help us with that installation. So please help us out, because we also get referral checks when you utilize our link to this web host. So we're getting paid, so you don't have to pay me $100 to $200 for installation, and then an extra $700 to $1,000 for a beautiful website. Okay, so that's what makes it possible, is the checks we get from this company here, but also the automation that it allows us to use saves us time and makes it possible for us to do this installation for you. All right, so we're taking care of all of this frustrating stuff. See this guy over here in the corner? He's frustrated, technical stuff. If you don't want to have to turn into a techie person, then all you have to do is follow these instructions that we just showed you, and then forward those logins after you purchase your web hosting. And again, you're done for the whole year. You never have to pay again for the next year. Forward that information, your username, password, to your logins, because we have to go in there and we have to take care of things such as a MySQL database and customize some of the PHP files and take care of some of the little HTML tweaks and all that good stuff. So we're going to take care of all of that for you, so you don't have to turn into this guy over here in the right hand corner and be frustrated and irritated when I tell you, hey, you know what, I need you to connect your MySQL database and point this here and point that there and insert this code and insert that code. All right, so forward us those logins. We'll take care of that for you. Now, how long does this normally take? Generally just a couple of days. Within about 48 to 72 hours, generally you're going to get an email back from us saying, congratulations, here's your new website. So I look forward to getting this installed for you. It's a win-win-win for all of us involved here. Make sure that you scroll down, complete the 3 steps below. I look forward to chatting with you. We'll get your website installed. See you guys soon. All right, make it a great day, guys. Bye now.